Hi, my name is Jana, and today I'm going to be painting a miniature, this little hedgehog miniature. I'm only making this video for fun, and because my buddy Alan said he thought it would be fun to see how I end up painting him. So this is not a tutorial, this is purely for entertainment. However, I did take the very important step of following a YouTube tutorial on how to paint minis. I found a video on YouTube called Miniature Basics, How to Paint Minis the Easy Way. And this video was put out there by Black Magic Craft. I will link that video below so you can follow it too. So we'll see how it goes. The number one step that he recommended, and this is pretty common, is prime. Pinch. Okay. I hope it's okay. I just bumped it. Okay, so he's half done. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. All right, Daniel votes that it's good enough. So now it's time to paint. The guy in the tutorial recommended using some sort of mini paints, but he also said it wasn't a big deal to just use craft paints. And I have a lot. So I know that mini paints are so much better. They like just have better pigment. They have more fluidity to them. But I am gonna just use what we happen to have. So as far as color palette, this is the inspiration I'm going for, is kind of like this rich yellow orange color with a like a dark moss green underneath. I really like how this illustration shows him with a pretty white belly, white face, and then a dark little nose and dark spines. So as far as his body's coloring, I'm gonna stick with this idea. Let's see, what's next on the to-do list? I primed and handle. Oh, that's right. He recommended arranging some sort of handle. He was using a cork. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have a little juice glass and I have this wax. This is actually a little tiny piece of the ear wax that you use for swimmer's ear to kind of like keep the water from getting in your ear. Yeah. Next, color blocking. All right. He said use bright colors because you use a wash and that will dull them down later. And don't be afraid to get sloppy. So, great. Okay. I added the brown bristles and the paint was very thin. So it's going to need a couple more coats. But I guess I should just move on. I'll move on to his cloak next. Alright, so that's that first coat. I am going to be highlighting it so it looks golden on top. I just wanted that like burnt like fiery base color underneath, so hopefully I have a clue about what I'm talking about and it'll look the way I'm envisioning it, and hopefully it'll look more like this burning golden color rather than just red. think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put like a color on these little details, these pouches he has, get that on there, and his shoes. And then I'm going to go in and add more of that golden yellow color to the outside of his coat.
Yeah. You didn't paint the little hood.
What? Oh my gosh. What color should that be? Okay, so I'm pretty happy with all of the blocking I did. I did do like a mixture of blending colors on the outside of this cloak, which I'm pretty happy with. So now I'm going to start adding little details. Forgot to paint the staff. So I'm gonna try just covering the whole tip of this with this teal and then wiping it off and seeing what remains and seeing if that looks cool or if it's just gonna look like a mess. It's just looking like a mess. Okay, I think what I should do is try it again. I'm gonna dry brush brown over top of it and see if that kind of creates what I'm after. And if not, then I guess it's just gonna look bad. It's gonna look a little bad. But I guess you just gotta try stuff. Strong tone, dark tone, strong tone. I think I want dark tone because I want to get. Oh, I thought my light was falling. I want to get the dark in his fur. Maybe I'll do a strong tone in his face and dark in his fur. And we'll see what that looks like. And I'm using this Army Painter brand Quickshade Washes. It's not a tutorial. Are we supposed to shake them? Shake lightly! Exclamation point. There. It looks really dark. I don't know. It's super dark. I'm a little nervous. Oh gosh. Oh dear. It's really, really dark. Like, oh, once you do the wash, it makes it look so professional. Fixes everything, but I feel like maybe I'm depending on it a little too much to make it look really awesome. Because I'm not sure. I feel like it's actually wiping off some of the paint I put on. I feel like this is gonna be too dark in his face. Nope, I'm gonna do the strong tone. I'm switching. Oh, I hope I didn't shake it too much. I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is the right thing to do. All right, so that's the wash. And I feel like this looks really unfinished here, his spikes, because you see primarily the gray coming through. I think I'm gonna have to just take a brush and paint over that. But I do like what it did for his face in this area in here, like all that detail stuff. It's really cool. So the next step in the tutorials is after the wash, you want to add highlights. And he explained that you just go back in with the initial color that you painted your block coloring and just kind of like stroke it a little in the spots that would have highlights. So for example, I went back to that like mustard yellow cloak color, and I'm gonna just kind of brush it over the spots where it would be brighter. So we'll see how that looks. So I don't know if you can see, but I did go in and add some strokes of the original color to create like the highlights. You can really see it in the yellow. And I think I might have gone a little too far with it. It was on the tip of his toes and also the cloak, like on his cloak in here. I think that helps kind of cover up some of the gray. Really bad. Whoa. I still need to do a wash on the staff, but I'm pretty much done with Klaus except for the eyes. And the way that he described doing the eyes was really helpful. I think that if I was doing a person, I would definitely try his technique. His technique was to wash the eyeballs with white, like just fill the whole area, and then you put stripes where the pupils would be. After the white and the black that you added dries, you go back in and just like touch up around the eyes to get the finished look. And it seemed like a really good idea. No, Klaus has different eyes because he has animal eyes, and the picture, there's a picture on the website where I bought the hedgehog from Dark Sword Miniatures, where they have an illustration of the inspiration for the mini, and his eyes are just dark with this little light in them, and it's so perfect. I love that illustration. I kind of want to do that and capture that like dark animal eye with just a little bit of light in them. So I'm not sure how to do that though. I guess I gotta just go for it. Okay, well I think just making his eyes dark looks better, but I am gonna go in with a little tiny prick of white to try and get that light in his eyes. So there are the eyes. I don't know, I always feel like eyes on these little guys are so tricky. I don't know guys, you have to let me know what you think. If it works, if it's creepy. He's all finished. I finally ran out to the store and got some super glue, so I was able to attach his staff. So he is the final result. It's right here. I couldn't be more happy. I love it so much. This has really inspired me to start painting more miniatures. I'm actually painting a bunch of miniatures for my husband's D&D sessions, a bunch of bad guys, and I am starting to look for other miniatures I can paint. Like maybe I should finish those Blood Rage characters now that I kind of have a process, a step-by-step that really works for me. Also, I was pleasantly surprised with how well this turned out, despite not having brand new miniature paints to work with. I hope that this will be encouraging to anyone out there that wants to start doing miniatures. Don't worry about not having all the perfect miniature paints. Use what you have and you'll be pretty surprised, I think, at how nice the results can be just using what you have.